Hi, everybody. We're in Sons of the Forest, and like all fans of survival games, we've been diving into this one lately and really enjoying it so far. Um, I thought I'd throw my 2 cents in about a great defensible base location that we found. I know there's lots of base ideas that people have, and lots of spots that people have found all over the map that are good or bad or a little bit of everything for bases, but this is one we just happened to stumble across, and I thought I'd share what we've done because so far we haven't had any trouble with getting attacked or raided, and it's been very, very well defended, easy to defend, and we really, really like this spot. Um, so here's where we are on the map on the GPS, and we're right next to this kind of lake, little pond right here, which is frozen over now that it's winter. Um, we spawned in the mountain, so we're just kind of down from the mountain crash site where we were, and you can kind of see where we're at on the GPS. We're in a good spot near a bunch of points of interest and some caves, and the down there's a very close 3D printer just kind of a little ways away, so it's got a really good location as far as that goes. And so far, we've really had a lot of good luck here. So the thing that makes this location better than a lot that I've seen is that we're kind of up here on this ledge, overlooking this pond, and so there's only two ways to get onto this spot. Well, three if you count crossing the pond. So there's this ramp down to the pond, but there's the ledge. The way to enter the ledge is from over that direction, and then if we kind of come around our wall here, there's another entrance this way. So there's only two spots, only two ways to get to this spot. Um, when the pond's not frozen, then this is all water, and that ramp just leads to water. So, however, what we found is that bad guys um, don't come from this direction. So for whatever reason, they can't path over uh, that that ledge right there. And then now that the pond's been frozen over, they also don't path up the ramp down here. So we've seen them go up to the ramp, but then they can't. They basically can't hop up onto the stone ramp and then come up here. They do path from here though, and so that's just simply a matter of putting down some traps. And we're still in the process of building this up a little bit, so it's not ideal. But we just put some traps here, and it's all sorted. Like they come this way, a couple of them die, and then they don't come anymore. And so they haven't come and attacked us from the ramp for to the water. They haven't come from that direction at all. They only come from one direction, so that leaves only one direction for us to defend from. And these traps are really effective. Um, the bone getting trap and then this fly trap are both really, really good for defense. And we've built up the wall a little bit. I'm actually going to use a build that 4AM came up with, and I'll put a link to his defensive base build, which seemed to be really effective. And so we're kind of doing that here. We're not quite done with it yet, but one other thing, a couple other things to note is you can see the freaking chipmunks. There are so many freaking chipmunks, and they trip these all the time. And so we put down an animal trap here, but even in the winter, they trip these traps a lot, which is good and bad. It's frustrating because you think you're under attack and it's just a freaking chipmunk, but it's good because we constantly have meat, like constantly. And so between having Kelvin fish in the pond and the chipmunks, we don't have any problems with food. But speaking of Kelvin, another way to kind of show that the reason that it works is if you tell Kelvin to go get logs or get sticks or get fish or whatever, he is incapable of pathing down that ramp or across that ledge over there. He will not go down to that ramp to the water to fish, and he will not go that direction to harvest logs or whatever. He will go the long way around and go this way. So that also tells me that their pathing for this location is just it's great because they only come from one direction. So it's a little bad for Kelvin if he's got to run the long way around. But for us and defensively, it's great. So we're at the base. Get a little leg there. We're at the base of this really tall cliff, and there's a bunch of trees and logs and stuff you can get up there. If you wanted to zip line down to this spot, we got a zip line down across the river or across the pond, and then this also is the location with the ruined helicopter. So I don't know if you can see through there in the kind of the middle of the screen there. There's the grounded helicopter covered in ivy, and there's a bunch of resources there, which, as you know, still respawn every time you load in. So, if you want a bunch of resources, you can go there. But that's where the helicopter is, and for the winter when this is frozen, we just go to the stream over there for water. It's been a great spot, and we just completely ran into it by accident. And once we learned that the bad guys couldn't path from that direction at all, it became a no-brainer. So we set up our little base here, and we kind of branch out from here, and are able to explore the island without worrying about any kind of attacks by bad guys. So anyway, I just thought I'd throw my 2 cents in about the spot that we're using for a defensive location, because we really like it. It's super effective, and if you guys are looking for a safe place to set up a kind of a normal base, this is a good spot. So hope it helps you guys, and we'll talk to you later.